Hello Internet, welcome back to Watch with Joe. It's time for another episode of Peaky Blinders. A little bit of housekeeping again this time. So last video I was saying, I've got to do Andor this week, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Idiot boy didn't change the new air date for Andor in his calendar. So, as you would notice if you watch that video, no, I don't need to do Andor this week because it's not coming out this week. So then I decided, okay, right, I don't need to rush then. I can just take a couple of days. And then I realised it's Ring of Power this week. So now I'm back behind. So this is the new plan. New plan is this. Peaky Blinders episode 5, Wednesday, which you'll be watching right now. Episode 3, She-Hulk, Thursday or Friday. Episode 1 of Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, will be on either over the weekend or Monday of next week. And there we go. All sorted. Right, housekeeping done. Let's look back at last time on Peaky Blinders. Last time, a little bit of give and take, good things and bad things happening, as has been the usual. It's probably one of my favourite episodes so far. So they got their official betting license. They are legal in sometimes. With their gambling. John married a member of the Lee family to end that conflict. So now those two families are united against Billy Kimber. On the not so good side, the inspector is basically threatening to have the youngest Shelby put in a male prison and raped to death, which is disturbing. To kill them all or imprison them all and to kill Ada's baby. Ada had the baby at the end of the episode, and Tom. This is the bit. Tommy gave permission so that Freddie could be at the birth. He called off the hounds, as it were. And then he got arrested straight after he saw his son. And who did Polly blame? Blame Tom. But no, it wasn't Tom. It was Grace. Grace told them. Well, that's what it seemed like. That's what it looked like to me anyway. Lots to get through probably in the next episode. They're gonna have to unravel that issue. Only 3 people plus Grace in that pub knew that there was a truce that night for the birth. It's got to be Grace. You saw the look at the end of the episode. It's got to be Grace. The stuff with Billy Kimber's got to start coming to a head. There's only one more episode left after this one. So that's got to start building. And something's got to happen with the Chief of Police. And the IRA is still an issue as well. After Grace killed one of theirs. Grace is really fucking things up for Tommy, isn't she? And he's kind of falling in love with her. Oh God, it's a mess. Forget what I said about things being good and bad. It's mostly just a mess. Oh well. Guess we'll find out what happens on this episode of Peaky Blinders. Where are you off to, Tom? Above all the city of Birmingham. Daniel Owens, that whiz bang. Is this where the guns are?
I'd ask you to swear on the Bible, but you can't swear on that, can you? Nothing you hold sacred.
That is a problem. Sooner or later, these things will come back to bite you. When you are duplicitous. I can't speak. When you don't tell the truth all the time.
Dad?
Oh! That's... Oh. Why do I feel this is going to be really, really awkward?
Jesus Christ.
Come on, son. I'm a changed man.
Family needed you 10 years ago.
Danny Whizbang. Hangs around the pubs in Camden Town Wharf for us. Keeps
Oh.
business. He's a good man.
Arthur, you suck at being a criminal. Oh. This is getting very, very sticky.
I'm an old man and my heart's a battered vessel. But within, there still beats a fluttering pulse of a dream.
Oh, he's just a...
The Shelby Casino and Hotel. Gents and dames will come flocking.
He's
from
just a
all
charlatan.
corners.
How much? How much to get started?
The oak needs but an acorn.
Oh, he's here for money.
Let's do it.
He doesn't care about you. He just knows that you're doing well now, so he wants your cash.
Tommy's not the only one in the family with an head for business.
Oh, Arthur, you are such an idiot.
Your man Danny Owen talks a lot when he's drunk. He says the Peaky Blinders do have the guns, robbed from the factory down the road. He boasts about a stack of Lewis machine guns and enough belts of ammunition.
Danny.
I don't care what kind of half-arsed tanker operation you have going here.
Uh-oh.
But I can assure you,
Tommy's not going to like
I
that.
represent a very different category of organisation. I have the guns, but they have become a burden to me. Perhaps it is time to unload that burden for the right price.
For the right price. He's in a little bit of bother, is old Tom. He needs to sort this out.
If it's all there.
It is indeed. We're going to build something with the sun. Something magnificent.
When do we start that?
Hungry for work, are you?
Yeah.
Ship sails Friday. Meet me at the boxer.
He's going to be gone by Friday, you
Friday.
idiot. And Tommy's going to know within hours that you've stolen money from the family. And now it's time.
You thick fucking tinker. Do you think we'd let you live? To barmaids, you don't count.
Oh, Grace. Well done. You've just pissed off Tommy. Tommy, time to do something, Tom. You're gonna get choked out here. There it is. I think he's dead, Tom. Jesus Christ.
Why did you shoot? Why did you shoot, Grace?
I didn't know it had it in me like that.
You seen me?
Oh, he's shown her a side he never wanted to show her. Oh, Tommy. I keep thinking that he's going to see through her, but I think he's been blinded by lust, love, I don't know what it is.
I want your word that Tommy Shelby will not be harmed if the guns are recovered. Your word as a gentleman. Will you give it?
No!
Would you want to say
He'll give it, but don't trust him.
You're too good-hearted for this work.
Oh, I hate him. I hate him.
So for my sake, will you spare him?
He'll say yes, but...
You have my word.
Oh, see, he says yes. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. And Arthur, you have been taken for a fool.
My apple tree, my brother.
Alright, there are the guns.
It's time we were.
I'm a simple man, but a good man.
Oh, this is why. This is why. I knew it. I knew it that he had something with her.
Will you marry me?
No.
I'm not so acquainted with that promised land as I had thee believe.
Idiot.
You're a fucking liar. And a thief.
So fare thee well, son.
What a twat.
I waited for you.
Shoot him, Arthur.
There's nothing to prize ring now. If you ever put your hands on me again, I'll cut your fucking throat and spread you on these tracks.
You're a fool, Arthur. I wonder how Tom's going to react to that.
I'm assuming he's frittering away the 500 you took from us and put into his thieving, whore-graping hands.
Polly knew.
This man who dug this grave has also dug his own. He has
I knew
made
it.
a to the
When will it die down, do you think?
Light outside.
Oh, Grace. Deary me.
So not until the morning then.
Yes, I'll tell you till
Don't
morning.
fall in love with someone who you've been working undercover against. It's bound to lead to heartbreak and probably death.
I found you. And you found me. Love each other.
It's all going to end in tears. It's all going to end in tears. Arthur, what are you doing? Arthur, what the hell are you thinking? No, 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 no. Arthur, what the hell are you doing? Jesus Christ, Arthur! Oh my God! You can see the... Oh, look at that around his neck.
You were one of 3 shareholders. Me, you, John. And according to the law, we are equal partners. But the thing is, well, me and John, we quite fancy splitting your share, so just next time. Use a gunman.
Oh, it's nice to see that. It's that I say it every episode, I think. It's nice to see that little... the heart of Tommy come out a bit. So, that was episode 5 of Peaky Blinders. And, ooh... lots of tasty stuff happened. No Billy Kimber stuff, apart from knowing there's a date in the future where they're going to take him out. But what we did get was gun location, which I called at the beginning of the episode. Why else would they focus on that grave at the beginning of the episode? We also got IRA mishaps. That was an interesting moment. That was when that's when I really thought that Grace was going to be found out. Shooting the IRA member was as impulsive as it was when she followed the other IRA member. And uncontrollable, the need for revenge against after her father, obviously a Protestant who was killed by the IRA. It's just thoroughly interesting. Tommy's kind of... I don't know if Tommy's playing a long game and he knows it's her and he just doesn't want to say it because he's in love with her, or he hasn't realised it's her, or there's some other reason. I think it obviously it's all going to come to a head in episode 6. It's a case of that I see a number of different scenarios. Scenario 1, he knew all along and he kills Grace. Scenario 2, he knew all along and he doesn't do anything about Grace and he loves her and stuff. Scenario 3, he knew all along and the inspector kills him. Scenario 4, he knew he knew all along and he kills the inspector and her and everyone. I don't know. There's millions and millions and millions and millions of variations on that. Most of the time I see it as he knows it's her. He doesn't want to admit it to himself. The chief inspector will try to kill him. She will intervene and get shot and killed. That's my guess for episode 6. Yeah. That's my guess for that part of the story. The Billy Kimber stuff. There's one gun missing. Why is there one gun missing? It's got to be for the Billy Kimber thing. He's got to be keeping it for some sort of open warfare kind of thing. The Freddie Thorne of it. I don't know where that thread is going. I just don't know. I don't know how he'd get him out of the jail if he wanted to. I don't know. I don't know if his influence in the police will be restored once the inspector leaves, if he does leave. Lots of threads to fill in at the end of the season. I've just remembered I haven't spoken about the Arthur of it. That was... Well, when you have a father like that, I'm sure he probably beat them every day, and then he left them. Obviously, he's a criminal. He's a charlatan. He'll do anything to anyone to get the cash. And Arthur is the guy who turns a blind eye to any wrongdoing that his father does, and it's a very common trait in this world. But obviously Tommy sees through his father, where Arthur couldn't. Maybe being the eldest, maybe being Arthur Jr. is something to do with that. Him trying to kill himself, I did not see that coming. That was unpleasant to watch. It's going to be interesting to see. I think that probably kind of wraps up Arthur's story of the first season, probably. That Tommy completely instantly forgave him for the money and everything at the end of the episode. I think that's it's got to show Arthur that it doesn't matter to Tommy as long as I don't know. I'm turning my back on that on that thought. It does matter to Tommy what he does, but he knows that Tommy will always try to help him. I think that's a better way of thinking about it. Yeah. Unless he does something truly catastrophic against family. But there we go. It's interesting. There's plenty of lines, plenty of threads to complete before the end of the season. So I'm looking forward to episode 6. Which I'll probably watch in a few days' time. Or tomorrow. Or maybe even today. Who knows? And that's it for this episode of Watch with Joe. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and comment below. All those things help me grow the channel so I can keep doing this for you. The internet. Tell me what you thought about this episode of Peaky Blinders. What you think is going to happen in episode 6. The conclusion to the first season. Yeah, I want to hear all your thoughts on the Peaky Blinders, and specifically season 1, because I don't want spoilers. Don't spoil things for me. But there it is, and I'll see you in the next episode.